Hi, it's Kim. So I'm going to make a batch of a scent called, I call it Bella Bohemienne, which means beautiful gypsy girl. But it's called Bella at Moonworks. And up until now, the only people who have had this scent is me and Moonworks. Rhonda, the owner, she had got some too. But a couple years ago, I'd bought like 10 pounds in a private sale because I loved the scent when she sent out a sample, and I just didn't want to wait until till she added it to the line, and she agreed to go ahead and let me order it from her. So let me tell you about the scent itself. This is the description. It says, soft and beautiful, exotic notes of saffron, amber, frankincense, fig, and tobacco rose give it a feminine, soft touch. It's subtle and mysterious. I would say that. When I say subtle or soft, don't get the idea that it's anything that isn't going to stand up, because this stuff smells awesome in CP. That's what hooked me, was that I had ordered a bunch of samples from Rhonda, and that's kind of how we became friends, or I got to know her more, is because when I had ordered these samples from her, I got 2 little slivers of soap from her in a little packet, which they were scents that she was going to bring in. And so I always held on to that one little piece of soap because I would pick it up and sniff it, and I was just crazy about it. And so I would email her every once in a while, when are you going to get Bella? And so finally, I guess I bugged her so much, she went ahead and let me get some. So it makes a great perfume oil. It's just exotic and different. And when I say exotic, I'm not talking about tropical. It's just one of those scents that there's just nothing else out there like it that I've smelled, and it's a beautiful feminine scent. Okay? So anyway, so let's get started here. So, and I want to tell you about my pictures here. I love those pictures that I'd seen, like some people in Europe have, like Celine has like some really neat measuring cups and stuff like that. And so me and Holly were talking about how we can't find anything that had this type of spout on them that was deep, because a lot of the plastic pitchers and measuring cups that we find here, they have a little wimpy little spout on them, and when you go to pour them, they drip all over the place. And so I was like Googling it, that I'm a Google queen, and came across the term beaker, plastic beaker. And so I ended up just finding that at a school supply for like chemistry and science classes, if you can Google plastic laboratory beakers, you'll be able to find them. But they come in milliliters as the measurements on the side. But I mean, you can use the internet or whatever to translate it to ounces or grams or whatever you want to measure with. But they come in all different sizes, and I think I'm going to go back and get another one, because they have a bucket or a pitcher that's bigger than this. This one holds about, I forgot how many pounds, like 3 or 4 pounds, I forgot, it holds like 10 cups. And then it has another one that holds like 10 pounds. I mean, it's bigger. And these are what they call the low type, because there's some taller ones. But I wanted the low ones because I wanted to be able to have my stick blender fit in there and not be drowned out, like where I'm sticking the handle down into the batter. And so, like, here's another one. This is 1,000 milliliter. This is a 3,000 milliliter. And then I bought several of these 500 milliliters, and these are about 16 ounces. So I can mix my colorant in them, like how we usually use plastic cups. But see, this way they're reusable. We just need to wash them. And also, the stick blender fits down in them, so it's really neat. And since they come from a chemistry type of thing, they're meant to hold up to different types of chemicals. And they're real sturdy and everything. So anyway, just a tip. I just thought I'd share that with you. And anyway, so here we go. I'm going to make Bella Bohemienne. Okay, so let me get my lye water in here. And I went ahead and I split up the lye water 50-50 with part this has silk in it. So part of it is, half of it is going to be just the lye water with the silk. And then the other half of my liquid is a mixture of goat's milk and heavy cream that I'm going to add, at trace. And I'm soaping cool, but I know my recipe, it thickens up. So I have some colors here, but I already know that it's not like as though it's going to definitely go fast on me. It always does. Oh, and then let me go ahead and add, I have 3% sodium lactate. I'm going to be using a lot of botanicals in the next few weeks because I bought a bunch of beautiful new botanicals, and I'm really, liking that. And also because I have a wholesale account that they like feminine stuff, and it's ironic because all I've been doing is making masculine type of scents lately. So I'm going to be doing some girly stuff in a rustic way to stay true to me. So, there's the other part. Whoops. Okay, so then, oh yeah, I've got to add this is my melted shea butter. And the reason why I add it now is just because I had somebody ask me that once before. I figured that the saponification process is already working on the soft oils and on the other oils that are in there. And so it'll have a better chance of this super fatting, just not eating up all the good qualities of it. It's just my way of thinking. It doesn't have to be right, or I'm not a scientist. It's just the way I like to do it. And then here is my fragrance oil.
I got benefits for like an hour and you'd be like 10 minutes.
And I did do a reduction on this, a lye concentration. So yes, I did cut it back. So that is one of the reasons why it's a little bit thicker. So, but I mean, my soaps always do this. So let me go ahead and set this over here. And I'm going to go ahead and put that there. That. And some glue. So then I'm going to go ahead and just take this now. So since I have it here, let me just put this to the side. I always have to spill something. And I'm going to go ahead and put this in. Oops.
Damn it.
Okay, just save a little bit to the top. Sorry if I'm shaking the camera. And I'm going to go ahead now and mix up. I'll start with the red. exactly the red that I wanted. Hopefully, if I scrape down in there, I'll find some of my color down there. But it's not enough, so I'm going to go ahead and add some more of my Merlot because I really want, I'm putting in I'm putting rosebuds on top, and I really want it to have, you know, a nice rosy burgundy kind of color. When I was thinking about this design, I was thinking about the fact of like before, like in the 18, you know, like the turn of the century, just rich type of caravan gypsy type colors. Okay, well, that's going to be it, and that's not really exactly what I wanted, but oh well. Oh, I'm out of the picture probably. Maybe it'll darken up when it gels. You know how it does that sometimes. So, that's that. Now let me just tap this down. Okay, and now, oops, see? I'm going to go ahead and hit it with the stick blender. My son is playing his video games yet again.
I'm sorry.
Yes, I know you guys are cringing right now. But it'll all work out because I just want it to have a, I can smush it in there and I can have a really nice peak top with all my floral embeds that I'm going to be adding. Okay, so it's not quite the intense blue that I wanted, but oh well. Oh, so anyway, I wanted just those types of rich colors that, you know, you picture from an old, like, you know, not old, but like a gypsy caravan or like shawl or whatever their clothes they would wear back in those, you know, like the iconic type of gypsy from the turn of the century. Okay, and you tap it down. me get this one straightened out. This one is purple. Get all that coloring out of the bottom. And yes, I am going to add some more purple to this because I don't like that shade. It's ugly.
Damn it,
Okay, so here we go. Yeah, I know. Okay. Come on. This is from me and my recipe. Because if you guys ever watch my videos, you know that this is the way, especially when I did, let me see, what was the concentration? I guess that's not that bad. I only did 28% lye concentration, so I guess it's not that bad, but like I told you guys before, I use a lot of castor oil in my recipe because I like it. And because here it works okay. It doesn't get DOS or, you know, it works out okay so far. So, and I like the bubbles and I like the way it makes my dry skin feel because I'm kind of sensitive. Even though I use coconut oil too, I'm just kind of sensitive to high amounts of it, and in order to have a conditioning bar and still bubbly, that's how I am able to achieve it. Okay, that's a beautiful shade. Okay, I'm going to do this first. I had made some gold coins, and so I'm just using the stuff that was left over in my mix when I dusted the little CP gold coins. Okay. I'm going to top it down. Let me tap it over here so I can shape that thing. Okay. Now let me get my solid soap over here. Okay. So. Okay. I don't think that my original plan here, I'm gonna still try it. I'm using a smaller spoon than like Celine. It's too thick really, but just to kind of, I can't get a grip on it. But at least it's kind of bringing it up. Okay. I'm gonna go tap it. Yeah, I know. I'm just fiddling around here. Okay, I'm just gonna. Like that. Okay. Let me just clean this off. Whenever I see this and I'm doing this, I always think about, there was a character on the Star Trek that was the newer one. Can't remember, but it had a Vulcan on there, and the way his skull looked on the top, it always reminds me of that. Okay, well these are like gray mashed potatoes now. Okay, so let me go ahead and wash my hands, and I'm going to put some botanicals on it. Okay. So, let me see what I'm going to put in. I think I'll put in the little roses first. Oops. Yeah, I love this color of roses, something different. I have pink ones, but I just got these. And I got some jasmine and some deep purple dried lilacs. And so I just wanted to put some floral because it's a pretty, you know, girly scent. Okay. I hope they don't come out whenever I cut them. Okay, so then I have some of that corn flour, and I have my gold coins, and then I have these. These are the lilacs flowers, and then the jasmine. So I just thought that I would add the lilacs next to it. I just think they're so pretty. They had two different shades. They had a lighter, natural looking color, and then they had the deep purple. And, you know, of course, deep purple. Purple's my favorite color. Oh, and I also like aqua, teal kind of colors too, but ever since I was a kid, I've always picked purple. And they come in clusters, so I just trimmed off the little buds, or the little florets, I guess you call it, off of the cluster. One more. Okay, so then I wanted to put a little bit of jasmine buds. And they come with like a little hard tip on the end, and I trim those off. I left a small amount on there, but to keep the flower from falling apart. But there was like a long little green stem, and I took that off. I'm sorry if this video is going to be long, but it's taken longer than I normally will do. So it's probably going to take me 8 hours to upload it. Yes, so anyway, this scent, I haven't really had anybody ever pick it up and didn't like it. I've never had anyone not like it. So if you're willing to take a risk on a scent that you've never smelled before, but I mean, don't we always? I mean, every time we read a description at a supplier, we go, oh my God, that sounds so great. And you know, it's hit or miss. Sometimes the descriptions are like, where did they even figure that out, you know? But this one really is like no other scent that I've come across. And I'm addicted to fragrance oils. That's my problem. And, but there are worse problems in the world. So a little bit of fragrance oil addiction isn't that bad. And so anyway, the scent is just, it's just a warm, beautiful, feminine floral. Okay, so I got those on there, and I want to put just a tiny bit of corn flour, just for the color contrast. I love these flowers. Look at it, it's all stuck to my fingers.
Yeah.
They're so beautiful. Okay, now the last thing. Let me just rinse them. So, here's the last thing. So where do I want to put them? I'm thinking random. Oh, so what I did was I took a little cutter. Well, actually, I used the end of my funnel because I didn't have a little round cutter. I took a piece of soap and I cut it real thin with my wire cutter, and then I took a funnel that was wide enough at the bottom, and I just, you know, made like a cookie cutter, and I cut out little shapes of the circles, and they were, you know, hard edged and everything, and I wanted these to look like gold doubloons or, you know, really old coins. And so I took an old button. It was new still, you know, but it was one of my grandmother's buttons, and it had like a crest on it. I don't know if you can see that, but all of them I embossed like a little coin. And so I figured that, you know how like they always show like gypsies in the olden times with those coins hanging from around their scarves on their head, or even the ones that you get when you buy costumes have like sometimes have that on them. And so I just thought that would give it some shine and it would be different. I don't think I've seen anybody do gold coins yet. So hard to be original and do different things because there's so many fantastic and creative soapers out there that have great ideas. And the bottom line is, throughout all kinds of artistic things, everything is copied in some way. As long as you don't do it verbatim and you make it your own, then it's fine. It's a compliment. Okay. I think that's good. I just want to make sure that they're, you know, going to stay in there. And I'll probably end up cutting through them, you know. But anyway, this is my Bella Bohemienne. And you really do smell like this beautiful saffron, warm, delicate type of a floral, not like any other floral you've ever smelled before probably. And so don't let that turn you off, because I'm telling you, I do not like florals, but all of a sudden today I have two that I like. So here is Bella Bohemienne, beautiful gypsy girl. And Bella is available right now on pre-buy at Moonworks Collection. Okay, everybody, I'll come back tomorrow and I'll show you it cut. Thanks for watching.